The U.S. Supreme Court today voted to strike down a New York gun law that restricted a person from carrying a concealed gun in public. It's the widest expansion of gun rights in a decade and comes at a time when the country is reeling from several mass shootings. Local gun right activists were celebrating that decision today and discussing what today's Supreme Court ruling means for the state of Hawaii. KITV4's Jeremy Lee now joins us with that story. Jeremy.
Rick, a few firearms advocates I spoke to say they're already filing their permits to carry a firearm in public in Hawaii, and if it's denied, well, today's Supreme Court ruling, they believe, is likely to leave the door open for a challenge. Already advocates are expecting another court victory next week. Gun advocates gathered here downtown to support the Supreme Court's ruling.
We've been waiting for it for a few months now, and we are extremely happy with the result. It's going to change gun rights in Hawaii and across the country for the better for everybody.
This week's ruling is expected to have a ripple effect. A Hilo man has a case against the state of Hawaii that made its way up to the Supreme Court.
It'll get a victory on Monday when the court reconvenes to take care of all of the cases that are left over that are tied into this New York versus Bruin decision.
State legislators have been in discussions in Hawaii and also spoke with lawmakers in other states to discuss what this means for regulation measures.
And it's because guns get into the hands of people who shouldn't have them. Mentally ill, folks with criminal convictions and all the rest of it. And a ruling like this doesn't mean that you can't do nothing to stop that. It's clear that background checks work, are legal, are upheld.
We have a feeling that they're going to go over the top. They're going to try and make it as hard as possible. And if they do that under this Supreme Court's decision, we're going to be able to challenge that and completely get rid of those laws, and we'll be left with absolutely nothing.
Firearms advocates have been challenging Hawaii laws for decades. With a strict reading of the Second Amendment, some are even against training requirements, which is likely to be an issue.
If people are going to be able to carry weapons openly, they got to be trained, right? Same kinds of training that law enforcement has, how to handle weapons properly, how not to escalate and incite violence, how to de-escalate situations, how to act and react when law enforcement is present.
Will open carry or conceal carry be in Hawaii's future?
I don't think they want a whole bunch of people wearing guns on a belt. I think that they would rather us have it concealed, and quite honestly, I would rather have my gun concealed than open. But I'm going to take whatever they give me.
If gun rights constitutionalists abide by such a strict interpretation, where would they budge? I did find one advocate who said proficiency tests for firearms is something he might support. Reporting live, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News Tonight.